Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Katie Weaver Show. This is Katie. I'm your host. We are live. I'm so happy to be here. It is the 2nd of May at about 11 a.m. Pacific time, and we're over in the chat room. And you can find that by heading over to 12radio.com. Click on the chat button, and you'll be redirected into the Facebook chat. Also, I'm live streaming this event. You can find that by heading over to YouTube or Facebook and look for Katie Weaver Domestic Mystic. So, pretty easy to do, and I would love to have you here. I just want you to know that I am paying attention to the chat room, both the live stream chats as well as the 12Radio chat. So, you'll see my banner there at the top of the page. That's where everyone is chatting, and that's the way to find me. So, that is what's up. And I am keeping an eye on both chats. So if you, wherever you're putting your conversations, I should see them. So how's it going? Feel like I haven't been here for a hot minute. I wasn't here last week, as you know. I was in Montana at softball with my daughter. So yeah. So they won. They took second place in their conference. And now this weekend they're playing in the regional tournament. If they were to win the regional tournament, which they did win it last year, they would be heading to Iowa for their next games. If they win those, they'd be headed to the World Series. So lots of big stuff coming. We'll see. So very proud of these girls and blown away by their initiative and their hard work and just their sheer fierceness. So, but it's definitely that time of year that softball is super busy and going crazy, which is cool. But at the same time, yeah, I want to be here. And I also, am neck deep in the Daybell Vallow trial or Vallow Daybell trial. And so, yeah, there's a lot going on. And that's good. Busy is good. I won't shy away from busy. I'd rather be busy than not, I will say. Now, this is kind of a typical husband wife conversation, maybe. But I've been wanting have you seen these little floor vacuum things that vacuum the floor and mop it at the same time? Well, they're cool as hell. And I've been saying, because all of our floors are hard floors, which I love with dogs and pigs and, life. And, I did daycare in this house for a long time. It's easy to clean up floors, but the older I get and deeper into RA I get, the harder it is to do the floors. So I had said I really would love one of those. One step, the action of sweeping, like the twisting of it, really hurts me, but I can push a vacuum without any pain. So I'm like, this would be really good for me. So we bought one. Scott ordered one a couple of weeks ago. You guys, when I tell you it has been here, plugged in, ready to use now for 10 days, and I haven't used it, I know. So Scott says to me this morning, I bought you this vacuum 10 days ago and you haven't even used it. I'm like, yeah. So guess who used it? Scott did. And guess what? It's awesome. Holy cow. Not only does it sweep and mop the floor, then it has a function when you're done of self-cleaning that it runs the rest of the solution through and cleans it all out. So all you have to do is take the little like reservoir cup thing and dump it out and rinse it out and you're done. Is that not amazing? He did the floors he did half of our house in like maybe 15 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, I shameless plug for somebody, I don't know, but if you've been thinking you might want one of those, yes you do. Cool stuff. Anyway, I loved it so much. So, thanks, Tiff. She said she loves my blouse. It's actually dark blue. It's just hard to see in the picture, I think. But yeah, I love this one too. Super comfy. Back to 12Radio intermittent music. Wow. I have no idea why. I don't know. I don't know what's going on because radio also says that I have 0 listeners, which I would guess I could understand if you can't hear me. So I have no idea why that happens. There doesn't seem to be an answer. So boo. But we're over here in the live stream, so it's just fine. No worries at all. What is the vacuum called? Oh, I don't know. Good question, Liz. We got it at Walmart and they're normally 400 and this one was on sale for like 200. Really good price. So, or probably clearance, I don't know, but love it. Anyway, want to say hi to Sid and Lillian and Jane and Liz and JR. Oh, and Laurie and Mary and of course Tiffany and Rebecca and Tara and Renee. Good to see you guys all. Always nice to have everybody around, especially after missing a week. I feel like I left school. That's okay. So I wonder what would happen. Maybe I'll play with this for just a second and see. I don't really understand why it happens, but maybe I can play with my settings. Nah, I don't really think so. Nah, I think it just is what it is. I'll try to disconnect it. Okay, I disconnected it and closed it. I'm going to try to reopen it and see if that makes any difference. If it doesn't, I don't know what to say. I have wondered if it's our internet by chance. Okay, I reconnected. We'll see if that makes any difference. I got a thing on the door yesterday, though, that we are getting fiber, the fiber optic internet lines. And I've been seeing them running them through our neighborhood. So I think those might be amazing. How do I think the pups would get along with a robot floor cleaner? Bad. I think it would be bad. My poor little Rico is the most, hey, Quelly, good to see you. My little Rico is the most nervous. He's like the quintessential nervous chihuahua. And we have to be really careful that none of our devices make any kind of a beep, including the dryer or the washer. Anything that makes any kind of like a digital beep sound, he loses his mind. Scream barks. And there's Pamela. Scream barks in your ear or your face or wherever or out from under the covers. If he hears something like that, oh man, like notifications on your phone. No, you may not have those here because he will lose it. The poor little thing. It just, I don't know what it is. And it started when he was like, I don't know, about 8. So hasn't been a long-term thing. It's only been about the last year and a half, but ooh, there's no reasoning with him. It absolutely sends him to the moon. And so we just like our washer doesn't have notification or like we've turned the bells off on all of our appliances except for the microwave because it doesn't have an option to do that and he will lose his mind over that. I'll stand at the microwave and try to, open it and end it before it beeps because he can't handle it. People that come over here, like when my family comes over for cards or something like that, literally have to turn off the notifications on their phone because he cannot handle it. So, and I know that isn't exactly the right function, I mean, that's not the vacuum. However, it would be like that. It would be the movement of it, the sound of it. Oh my god. Yep, it would ruin his life. And probably mine. He is something. Anyway, Puerto Rico. So we're warm. We're like 70s and 80s. What a whiplash year. But it's beautiful out there. My crows are so happy. Uh, all of the birds and everybody. We've got really quite the yard full of birds right now, which is pretty fun. My magpies that I usually have in the backyard are not here. I fed them all winter. I'm not sure where they've gone. If they're going to come back, maybe they won't. Or maybe they've figured out better summer grounds. I don't know. But they're gone. So I don't know. I hope they come back. Maybe they'll just come back in the winter. It sometimes there's a real like turf war going on between the magpies and in the backyard and the hmm, between sorry, just looking at the radio situation again. I just don't know. Anyway, there's a turf war that goes on in the backyard with the magpies and the crows in the front yard, and they'll sit in the trees and scream at each other in the morning. So maybe it's not the worst thing. I don't mind it But Scott doesn't love it, and he's worried that the neighbors will not like it to the degree that they'll start shooting at them, which could easily happen. So, no, we don't want trouble. And if somebody shoots my crows, we're going to have a thing, a real thing. And yes, no, they shouldn't be shooting. We are in city limits, but where I live, that just would not matter. When your coffee cup's too big for your microphone. Okay. All righty. Well, where do we go? Yesterday was Beltane. And so blessed Beltane, we're going to talk about it. I love the energy of Beltane. Beltane to me feels kind of raw, you know, and untethered. Is that fair? Raw and untethered? Yeah. I like the energy of Beltane. It feels wild, and I like that. So here we are in Beltane. Sid said, when the weather's super cold, do you feel like the carpets instead of hard floors would be more comfortable ambient temp wise? If we didn't have freezes and nor'easters here, I would get hard floors. You know, I, yeah, probably. I don't like carpet. In my house, I don't like carpet. I can't ever keep it clean enough, I think. And yeah, not a fan. Muddy feet that come in here, and stuff. I just don't. So I agree with that. Yes. And I do have rugs usually down in my kitchen that make a nice difference in there too. But no, I just rely on the fuzzy socks. So besides Beltane yesterday, we have a full moon on Friday. We have an eclipse. It's a pretty interesting, energetic week. And I feel like this week we're going to start out feeling kind of sassy, kind of big and inspired. And I feel like by the end of the week, we are going to be kind of hitting that roller coaster energy where you might be way up and way down all in the same moment or the same day. Definitely need to stay away from the Hallmark commercials, that kind of a vibe. There will be tears this week. I think there will be tears this week. That's what I'm saying. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. Just checking into the other chat real quick. Okay. Rebecca said, how do you stop a man you want to break up with to stop remote viewing on you? I have a huge psychic connection with this man, and I feel like he can physically tune into me, but this needs to stop. I have tried cutting cords, energetic bubble, etc. Please help. Rebecca, I would recommend that you call into that you call into to the angel network, right? To Archangel Elohim. So Archangel Elohim is he is the angel that is red. He has a fire that he wraps around you and burns off things that you no longer need and protects you. I would, Rebecca, if I were you, and I can do it for you if you want me to, but I think it might be more powerful if you did it for yourself, to call him in, ask him to wrap you in his red fire, to burn off any and all cords, connections, psychic attacks, psychic debris, any kind of psychic connection to this person, and to seal you off from it. And he'll burn that red fire from your feet all the way to the top of your head and just burn that connection completely away. That's what I would do. Sid said piggies and carpet definitely don't mix. Yeah. Some people have carpet with pigs, but I think it would just be a hassle. Yeah. Okay. Jane said, do you see me getting on the road by Thursday? And where did I put the bubble wrap I had in my hands 10 minutes ago? Probably in the fridge, Jane. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke, but you know what I mean. Just recently, I put the TV remote in the cupboard. It was brief, but I did it like in the pantry. As soon as I shut the door, I went, what are you doing? and opened it up and got it. So luckily it wasn't lost for a while. Luckily, I caught it before Scott did. Because if that was remote was lost and then he opened the cupboard and found it sitting on top of the peanut butter, oh, I would never live it down. Ever. Jane, I do not think you're gonna get on the road by Thursday. I feel like it's going to be Friday. She's looking in the fridge. Oh gosh. I don't think it's far from you, Jane. I feel like it's kind of might have fallen behind a box or something where it's a little bit hidden, but I think you'll find it. Okay. Sid said, if there's time, would you please check Patchouli's chakras and see if she sees better out of the left eye or that the right eye doesn't work very well? Okay, let's tune into Miss Patchouli. I really do want to talk about Beltane, though, but I do want to do these too. We'll get there. We can do it all. It's her throat that's pretty blocked up. Everything else feels pretty good. She's got a good root, a good grounding, Sid, and that's a real testament to the work you've done with her to help her to feel safe. I'm going to clear her throat out and let her know that it is okay to express herself. I would say left eye may be a little better than the right eye. I wouldn't say it's like a huge difference, but I would say the left eye is stronger than the right eye. Okay, I got that throat cleared out. Other than that, she feels good. Yeah, happy and balanced. She loves you, Sid, so much. Okay, Mary, can you send healing to my right calf? Been in pain since we arrived in Europe on the plane since April 19th. Mary, go get that checked, please. I will do some healing for you, but that worries me. That's a really long flight, and that deep pain like that, healthcare in Europe isn't that expensive. Go just double check that you don't have a blood clot, please. But yes, I'll do some work on it too. While you're living it up in Europe, love it. Mary, you are having the most successful, exciting, fun retirement that I have ever seen. You guys are living it up, and I am here for it. I love it. All the pictures of you with your cute little husband doing all your fun stuff. It's very cool. All right. I'm just going to put a big aquamarine chi ball around that calf, but I'm going to reiterate that one more time that you just go get that checked just to be damn sure. Okay. All right. Good. Okay, Mary. So I put a good chi ball around that to just keep working on the inflammation, but yeah. So sending a lot of love to you and to you guys' trip that you continue to have a fun time. I think you will. Lillian said, today would have been Barbara, my sister's 79th birthday. If you have time, will you please see if she has anything to say to me? You bet. She wanted to thank you for remembering her birthday. She said you guys have had a lot of laughs together. She said on everybody's birthdays. She said you guys were pretty good about celebrating birthdays and getting together to laugh and drink. She said that. She's funny. She's a lot like you. She said your current adventures of running into your famous friend. have made her so jealous and so happy all at the same time. And she thinks you're very brave. She said she knows that you're really stressed about finding somewhere to live, but she really feels like it's going to work out just like it did last year, kind of at the last minute, but with a good outcome. She said, have a glass for her today, and she loves you very much. Ah, sisters, right? Yeah. JR said, I need to relax and trust the process I'm on. Do I need to worry or do something to get the outcome I'd like? You know, you don't need to worry. JR, I think that what's really happening is this is just going to take the time that it takes. And so, yeah, you've got to, to trust yourself and to make really solid decisions that back up your goal. The thing that comes up to me or for me is that you continually ask yourself, does this support my goal? And if it doesn't, that you take a step back and consider a different choice. That's just like day to day living stuff, though. Overall, though, no, I feel like you're on target and worrying, it feels to me like would be very counterproductive. And I know it's really easy to say to somebody, hey, don't worry. That does not make you worry less. But I think it is a little counterproductive to your goal. And so if you need it, here's permission here to do not worry. Just don't worry. Yep. Don't worry that you're not doing the right thing. That's the right answer. Don't worry that you're not doing the right thing. You are doing the right things. You are following your path. I feel like you're doing the things that have been prescribed to you to do. So we're just going to follow along that path. All righty. Okay. Okay. All right. Mary said she did check in with her med friends and they said that they did not think it does not seem like a blood clot. Okay, good. Good, good. Yeah, doing lots and lots. Oh, she said they keep getting lost and doing a lot more walking than they should. Oh, Mary, God love you. I would be dead. I would actually be dead. Yeah, I'd be having to call the whatever, the Uber, the something. She said tomorrow she canceled their tour and they're going to take it easier. Okay, good. Good, good. But I mean it on that leg. If it gets hot, if it gets weirder, you promise me you'll get it checked, okay? I know you will. Okay. All right. Said, "You are very, very welcome." She said, "On patchouli," she said, "I felt that her throat area had issues. She only barks if she doesn't like something being done, and it's just a quick one because she feels so relaxed now. That rarely happens. She also still has tons of nasal congestion that I feel has to be impacting the throat. I've also been trying to figure out the neurological link to the voice barking, and I try to work on that." Oh, you're so welcome, sweet. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's from her life before you, that she wasn't safe to make noise without serious repercussions, so she just doesn't dare make noise. Yep. Yep. Lillian, sobbing. Thank you for the message. It means everything to me. Oh, babe, you are so welcome. My honor. And you're welcome as well, JR, for sure. Okay. Oh, Rebecca said, thank you. I had a dream that I wouldn't be able to cut the cords off this one and I would need some help. Yep. Just get the help. That's it. Rebecca also posted a screenshot that she saved for me because she's an angel of a crow. And it says, if you make a crow angry, it won't only hold a grudge, it will fly home and tell all of his friends and family what a jerk you are. This is true. Crows, they will love you or they will hate you. So don't do the thing. Don't piss them off. I mean, you want to be friends with the crows anyway, don't you? But yeah, they are like that. I can't wait to get up into Yellowstone this year. It's people are in there now. I just haven't really had time yet, and only some of Yellowstone's open yet, but because they still have had an enormous amount of snow. But I think it's going. I'll let you know soon. But Yellowstone is full of ravens. So down here in the valleys, we have crows that are quite a bit smaller. The ravens in Yellowstone are enormous and they are so cool. I've had really interesting interactions with the ravens in Yellowstone. A lot of them will get really close to you, which isn't a great thing, but they're used to being around people. But I've had some really cool experiences with crows in Yellowstone or ravens. And I was just thinking the other day, I can't wait to get up there and see the baby buffalo. The bison are calving right now. And oh my God, special stuff. But also, the bears are waking up, and animals that died over the winter, like the elk and the bison that died over the winter, the bears are waking up and coming out to feast on them, and they're seeing some really cool activity up there too. So I don't know when with this schedule I'm running, but I really want to take a day trip to Yellowstone here soon and go see it for myself. Love that stuff. Yep. Okay. Tara said I would love a message or some energy sent. I'm home with a cold, but getting lots of organizing done. I love making all of the energy shifts and taking time to allow the flow. Yes, I really am liking this Beltane energy for that, Tara. I'm kind of feeling that way too. And honestly, I felt kind of stuck for a while. And I'm only 4 weeks away from show season, and I haven't made a single thing. I don't know what to make this year. If I just kind of keep on the same track of the things I made last year, if I do something totally different, I don't know. I mean, in reality, our booth did super well last year at everything we went to. So I don't know why I wouldn't just stick with the stuff I was doing and maybe add a few new things. And I don't know. I don't know. So I'm hoping your organizational energy will rub off on me, and also that this Beltane energy will light a fire in me. That's what I need. So we'll see. Do we get moose? Oh yeah. Yeah, in fact, Pamela, I had a little moose, a baby moose in my yard over the winter a few times. He kept coming back and working on our trees. And just a couple of days ago, Scott pointed out to me a pile of his scat under one of the trees that we named him Lenny because yeah, we name everything. You're not supposed to do that, but of course we did. We also tried to feed him a carrot, so we are that guy, but he didn't eat it, to be fair. Me and Mars did, and then Scott shut the window because apparently you're not supposed to do that. But Lenny was skinny and a baby without a mama. But anyway, Lenny left presents in our yard, so that was very sweet. But yeah, we do. We get moose around here quite a bit. Yep. Jane also needs the organizational skills to kick in. Yeah. Well, just basic like get goingness. Yeah. All right, but Tara, let's take a look. I really want to pull you some cards, actually. That was really rude. I read Tara's question and got off on a whole tangent and almost didn't come back to her. Tara, if I ever did that to you, I would hope you'd hold me accountable, right? Like always hold me accountable if I need it because I'm a hot mess. You know this. Okay. I think when I was younger, I was probably more like, I don't know, maybe less interested in being held accountable. And now I'm like, oh my God, someone please tell me, you know? If you see me in Walmart with some underwear static clinging to my pants, you better tell me. Oh, but I feel like I like need accountability now, and I'm good with it. All right, so I'm pulling cards for you out of my Raven deck or my Crow deck. Sorry, it's the Urban Crow deck. I ordered this a while back, and I love it so much. The author of it uh, also loves crows as much as I do, so you know. Last week, my aunt picked me up to go to court. She's been going to court to the Daybell trial just about every day, and she picked me up that day. And as I walked out, I fed the crows on my way to the car and used my call and called them in. She was dumbfounded. It was pretty cool. They swooped in, they did the thing they do, you know? Ah, just magic. Okay, the first card I called for you is mischief. It's a cat with some crows pissing it off. The second one is illusion. So, how do these fall in or tie into you, Tara? The mischief card, particularly, I think is kind of a message for you to get up to some mischief. You know, I know you're home with a cold, but you're getting some work done and you're kind of doing what you can. But that mischief card for you, I feel like really is about you kind of doing something different, shaking something up, going to make some plans to go do something fun as soon as you're feeling better. I feel like this is something you need. You need some mischief. You need to be mischievous. I don't know. Maybe pull a prank on your kids. That would be fine. Listen, I know some people aren't big on pranking. I get it. I was grew up in a family that you never knew, man. My dad was a tease. He did so many things. My God. I'll tell you a story about one thing he did to me that I still can't believe all these years later. But in the meantime, I'll finish with you first. The other card is illusion. That sometimes indicates that things are not exactly as they seem. And I feel like this does apply to you somewhere in your family. I feel like you have a family member that's coming across doing better than they actually are, that might just need a little bit of extra support or encouragement or just a little extra you when you're feeling better. So one time, my dad had gone hunting and he was pulling his boat. So, oh, I guess, well, did he go hunting or fishing? I guess he went fishing. So here in Idaho, the Salmon River is a really famous place for fishing for salmon when they spawn. And there's only very specific times of year that you can fish for them. You have to buy tags for them. You have to, like, it's very specific. It's really regulated because, salmon need to be regulated. But you can catch a big fish that time of year. And it's in the early spring. It's usually still very cold out there. That's one of those like fishing slash camping trips that I would never have gone on. A lot of times, him and his brothers would actually go out there and get hotel rooms to fish. But anyway, he had taken his boat and on it, he called me. He should have been coming home that day. And he called me and he acted like he was crying, which for my dad was not like. So I answered the phone and he's like, Kate, weird. And I was like, are you okay? And he said, I don't know. I don't know. I rolled my truck. I rolled my truck. This big herd of antelope came across the road and I tried to avoid him. And I think my boat is clear back there somewhere and I don't even know what to do. And I'm like, are you hurt? And he's like, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. And so I'm like instantly like trying to figure out where he is. I mean, that's 3 hours away. So he could be anywhere between here and there. Where is he? Scott was at work and I needed to get a hold of him to, we've got to go find him, and do we need to call 911? Like, and so I'm asking him all of these questions and he's just, the crying is getting harder and harder. And I finally realize he's not crying. He's laughing. It was April 1st. It was April Fool's Day. I didn't even think about it. And he pulled that shit on me. I could have killed him. He scared the crap out of me. But this is the world I was raised in. A lot of teasing, a lot of people who think they're funny. And I learned later that day that he did the same thing to both of my sisters. He really thinks he's funny. And they both did the same thing, trying to figure out, where are you? Do you see a mile marker sign? Trying to pull up a map. Like, how are we going to get to you? Oh my God, this man. And he actually thought that was funny. Yeah, it was bad foreshadowing considering, but whatever, Dad. Whatever. Let's see. Oh, Tara said her candle is already lit to bring a spark back for both of us. Yes. She said, I heard let's hold space for both of us. I see you and me too. We are reflections of each other. Thank you, my love. I appreciate that very much. I need it. Tara said, my papa was a prankster and he passed on April Fool's Day 2009. We carry on pranks in his honor. Perhaps it would be good to pull a prank on my sister or stepdad to ease their stress. Why- I love you. See, I would think that as well. And most people might think that having you know, a prank pulled on them not be wouldn't be the thing to ease their stress, but I hear you. Yes, I think we might have been raised in the same family. My dad was a barber, and his barber shop was right across the street from this store we used to have called Porter's. And Porter's was like a variety store. They had fabric and craft stuff and clothes and candy and toys and a huge book section, and they were a cool store. I and one day while he's cutting hair, he saw my aunt pull up to Porter's and go in. And it was about time for his break. So he took his break and slipped on over to Porter's and snuck around in there until he found her. And she was standing there reading the back of a book. So you can imagine, like, you're, yeah, you're you're deep in concentration. So he just snuck up behind her and put his lips real close to her ear and whispered, "What are you doing?" And it scared her so bad that she screamed and threw that book in the air. And he died laughing. These are the things he does. It was the things he did. Yep, just like that. Those two had a prank war that went on for years trying to scare each other. And I have to admit, I think she lost terribly because he scared her so many times. Not everyone appreciates a scare like that, but I think she did. I think she appreciated it. Okay, let's jump into Luminous real quick. I don't want to go through all of it, but I do have a few things I want to share about Beltane. So I'm going to put a link. And I do have a couple more questions I want to get to. So don't forget, or do not fear. I will get there for sure. Okay. The full moon is on Friday. I think I'm going to wait for Full Moon Fairy Tale Tarot until next Tuesday. We don't really have times today, and it'll be fine. We're just going to wait. Okay, just sharing my screen. I put sunflowers on the cover. I know we are a hot minute away from sunflowers actually blooming, but I just really like this graphic, so that's what you got. Okay. I called this magazine the Beltane Blessings Edition because, of course, we just hit Beltane. So we are at the halfway point now between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. So I did put a few ideas up in my musings for things you can do to celebrate Beltane. It was a Celtic celebration, but actually a lot of different like old religions celebrated Beltane or something like it. They celebrated with bonfires, food and drink, sex, flowers, decor, ribbons, nature. Whew, there's a lot of ways to celebrate Beltane. One way would be to host a fire. If you live in a spot where you can have an actual fire, or at least light a burning bowl or a candle to mark the occasion. We did a fire on Sunday. Fire is a powerful energy to drive us forward in the summer solstice. Fire is also a powerful energy to light a fire under your ass to get you going, to get you enthused, to get you excited. Fire is a really powerful element to take advantage of when you need to. Okay. Gather spring wildflowers to decorate your home. Make a spring wreath for your front door. Back in Celtic times, holy wells were visited because Beltane dew was thought to bring beauty and maintain youthfulness. Now, may not live where you have wells. I certainly don't. However, you may have a spring or even a hot spring that you could go soak in. or spend some time around, and that would work. Do you guys have hot springs where you live? I know that's more of a volcanic thing. We have a lot of hot springs around here. In fact, my kids have a goal this summer to visit every hot spring in, within like a 200-mile region of where they live. They have a book, they have a map, they have a crew of friends, and they have a plan. And they are going to just be doing hot springs all summer long. I like it. Hello, smiling. Pamela said, Beltane must be agreeing with me. My overall mood has certainly lightened, and I'm making some headway with my clutter, so I am a fan. I love it. Okay. Light a brown candle. I love this one. Light a brown candle and put a food offering out for fairies and other elementals. So, brown candles are elemental candles. So, you can light a brown chime candle and just bless it that it will send out good vibes or help you to make friends with the elementals in your yard or in your neighborhood. I love that. And of course, a little food offering could be whatever you want. Could be a little cake or it could be a little wine. It could be a ham sandwich. I don't know. You do what you want. Oh gosh. Kev said we have a puddle of hot pee with Godzilla sized pigeon rats. Kev, I wouldn't. That's not. I don't think that's. I wouldn't do that. Oh, Smiling says I don't think I've ever heard of a brown candle. My kids would love this. So you can buy just the brown chime candles, and yeah, I usually like to do a brown one and a green one. So the brown one is for the earth and the elementals, and the green one, of course, is to invite back the green. Yeah, I have a puddle of hot pee. That's killing me. Yeah, don't. That's not the morning. That's not the dew we're talking about, man. Gross. Adorn yourself with a hair wreath or garland made from flowers and plants that bring you joy. This symbolizes your connection with the earth, your own inner power, sexuality, and abundance. All right. Then, of course, Kelly's got awesome bitch scopes about the eclipse. Schmlips. Cheers, bitch. That's how she started her article. It's very good. Be sure that you read it. Okay. My tip of the week is to celebrate Beltane with a nature walk. Head into your favorite place to connect with nature and gather a few things to make your own wreath or table display to celebrate Beltane. Watch for feathers, interesting sticks, rocks, flowers, antlers, eggshells. About this time, we'll start finding the little, robin's eggs on the ground that are already hatched. Mushrooms or something else you could watch for. Just, don't poison yourself or anything. But yeah, this is these are things that you can absolutely do to celebrate Beltane. Lame-o. I know. Okay, well then you go hang out in the hot puddle of pee and let us know how it goes. Then maybe we'll plan a trip. We'll plan a trip. Yeah. Sid said, I've never seen a brown candle. Did you say chime candle? I'm going to get one for my fairies. Yeah. Yeah. Any metaphysical store should have them. Or Amazon. If you go to Amazon and type in chime candles, you guys, you can order a set that has every color you can think of and a couple of holders for 10, $20. And then you just have all the colors on hand in case you want to do a little bit of candle magic. You just have it. It's a good deal. Yeah. Okay. I want to grab a couple questions that I crossed over earlier. And then I'll get back to this other chat. So Tiffany said, if time allows, can you send some healing energy to both Hickory and Henry, her bunnies? Hickory's recovering from GI stasis and infection, and Henry was more briefly not well. He's doing better than she is. Absolutely. Let's tune in with both of them. Just wrapping a lot of green light around them both. Yeah, they both feel pretty good to me, really. I feel like they'll both be okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry to hear that, though. Boo. Okay, Norella said I am struggling with myself. Any help from anyone would be appreciated. All right, sis, let's feel into it. Yeah, you got some depression going on, babe. Go to the doctor. If you haven't, you can feel a whole lot better than this. But in the meantime, I'm going to wrap you up in a lot of light. I'm going to ask your angels and guides and ancestors to all come in really close and just wrap you up. A lot of light around you, Norella. And I'm just going to ask everybody else to join me in lifting her up. One message coming through really strong is to spend less time focusing on things that upset you, whether that's media or it's social media or whatever it is. Spend less time on things that are upsetting you. All right, sweet. Lots and lots of love to you. And let me know if there's anything else I can do to help you, okay? Rebecca, can elementals leave an area? I went to a spot in Oregon I used to love, and it felt like at the time that all the elementals had left. Yeah, they can leave an area. It could also be that the ones that you had been connecting with, that you felt that felt familiar to you there, had left. I feel like that's more likely. But the you had, kind of communed with the energies that were in that area and they were gone. So it just didn't feel the way it used to feel. Yeah. You are so welcome, Norella. Anytime. Okay, you're so welcome, Tiffany, of course. Okay, I know I had a couple of requests back in the other group. That's all I had on Luminous, by the way. There's everything is new in here, so be sure that you check out the rest of the articles and the videos. Everything is fresh and new, but that's all I'm going to take time to do today for our purposes here. Okay. All righty. Yeah, check out Amazon Sid. They've got some really good stuff there. Okay. I know that someone asked me for a reading a card. Yes. For I think I'm going to say this wrong. Redenden? Red and done? Shamalama Bingong? I don't know. Redenden, I'm doing my best. Okay. What a brat. Okay, I'm going to pull you. I'm going to the psychic tarot for you. I'm going to pull you a card, or probably more than one card. We'll see. I'm not really in charge over here. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's the fertility cards. So just kidding. Every time this card comes up, I'm like, well, you're getting pregnant. No, that's not what it means. However, we were just talking about that Beltane spark, of feeling more motivated, more creative, more capable of creating. And I feel like this could be very true for you this time of year, and that you can really run with that. I feel like just getting a little more motivation for you would What I am hearing with you is that you are full of good ideas, but lacking in the ability to follow through. And you can really use this Beltane energy to act on that. So make some lists, take some baby steps, but you do have good ideas and you're a great problem solver. So that's what comes up for me with you. And I feel like I'm excited to see what you do because you've got some good stuff going. Write your ideas down, write the stuff that comes up to you down, business ideas, plans, that would make a great movie, whatever it is that shows up in your head. But write stuff down because that really helps keep the wheels of creativity turning. But I'm excited for you this spring. I feel like you've got some good energy behind getting plenty done and maybe creating something new. I like it. All right, Jessica, if there's time, could you look at the cat that moved in with us? Our neighbor's cat that now claims our place is hers. Is she staying here? What name do we use? Scoochie or Squeak? Well, let's tune in. She is planning on staying there, yes. And she prefers Scoochie. She is quite the boss, isn't she? She is one of those like goddess cats that just gets what she wants. And she's real happy with this arrangement. Yeah, I suspect that she is going to stay, Jessica. That's her intention. Yeah. And thank you for taking care of her. All right. Let's move on to our bibliomancy from Kathleen Peterson. So, this is, of course, the book that Kathleen channeled messages from the archangels and other light beings. And now, in the wake of Kathleen's passing, we use this book as bibliomancy to channel a message from her and her light beings. So, we just ask what we need to know this week and open to a page. Arakura. I come to you today bearing gifts from the universe. I am here to support you in receiving your gifts. Call on me when you need an emergency infusion of money. Okay, it's Arakura. I know you guys are like, wait a minute. What was her name? Aeracura. Okay. Call on me when you need an emergency infusion of money, and I will come quickly to aid you. It is important that you be willing to receive, or you will block the gift. Focus with intention, willingness, and receptivity, and the gifts will be yours. It is important that you learn to receive, for it is in receiving that you may help others give and receive. Most of you on the earth plane who are reading this are people who are excellent givers, and you give and give with no thought of any reciprocation for the things that you do and the things that you give. I am here today to tell you to learn to receive and accept the gifts with no thought except to say thank you. Keep in mind that when you receive, you allow others the opportunity to feel as good as you do when you give. This applies to receiving everything, including compliments. I see how many of you react when someone compliments you, either on a job well done, or something you said, or even how you look. Most of you have difficulty accepting the compliment and denigrate yourself, even in a small way. Learn to say thank you, just thank you. Share with the person doing the giving the joy they have in giving to you. Also, learn to receive from yourself. Set an intention daily to look in the mirror and offer love to your reflection. Accept the compliment from yourself about how important you are here and now. Accept the giving and the compliments. Allow others to share as you do. It is just as important for you to receive, and now is the time to accept. Move into a lightness of being that allows you to accept yourself and to know when you receive gifts of any kind, you deserve them. You deserve to receive all that spirit and the universe has to offer. You deserve to give to yourself. The more comfortable you are in receiving, the more you can give to others freely. The more that you accept and invite the universe to share with you, the more open you will be and the further you will move into your own awakening. Spirit wants nothing more for you than the best. We, as angels and deities, are awaiting your requests for assistance. Know that when you ask us for help, we respond because we are committed to serving. Do not ask and then doubt that you deserve a response. Stay focused on your desire and know that whichever one of us you call will respond. Be willing to listen and trust that your request is being answered. Know that you deserve to fulfill your desire and that you deserve our help. We will help you learn to receive. Call on me and let's play together and share together. Allow me to give to you so that I may share in your joy of receiving. It is time for you to awaken to the fact that many things await you when you are open to receiving. Your heart expands, your connection deepens, and you move from fear to trust. We wish to share this with you, so open your heart and mind and accept all that you desire. I send you love and gifts to encourage you to receive all that we wish to give. You are grand, glorious beings who deserve more than you have received thus far. Start today. Thank you, Kathleen, for that. All righty, you guys. Well, that's what I've got. So I will be back next week, same place, same time. Don't forget that I am a professional psychic advisor over at 12listen.com. I'm there every day. You can call me, you can buy an email reading, you can do a chat service. I can help you with any questions that you have, energy work, mediumship, animal communication, cheerleading, kick in the pants, whatever it is you need. I'll do the best I can for you. Thanks so much, you guys. This has been yet another production of The Katie Weaver Show here on 12 Radio, where we're changing the way you listen to the world.